Just the fullness of this beautiful place and time.
They're very lucky.
So you'll tell me when to go, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Okay. We're just getting everything ready. Okay.
Are we ready?
I don't know.
Do you know how we're doing?
Oh,
Here, guys.
there he is. And when are we taking off our masks?
Is the stream going now?
What's that?
Is the stream going now?
It is, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
I'll say this is a first for me too. I mean, I've done a few weddings, but never in San Francisco.
Really?
All right.
So never in Golden Gate Park. This is really quite special for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna move around too a little bit. Okay. Oh yeah, just whenever you're done. Okay, I think we're good.
We're good?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
You ready?
Yep. You?
Yep.
Bruchim habaim and welcome. The family and friends of Joe and Jana have come from near and far to be together in this exquisite setting for what is surely a sacred occasion. I'll speak up a little, you want to hear, okay? Out of two different and distinct traditions, you have come together to learn the best of what each has to offer, appreciating your differences and confirming that being together is far better than being apart. May we also bring to mind the presence of others who are no longer with us, but whose presence is keenly felt today. Especially Joe's father, Albert Charles Plassick, Joe's brother, John Charles Plassick, Jana's close family friend, Linda Lee, who was like a second mom to her, Jana's lifelong best friend, Suzanne Mikhail Lee in New York, Jana's uncle and aunt in New York, Michael and Leslie Ross, and her cousin in Connecticut, Chris and Jessica and their kids, and others, including those who could not travel to be here today. Those who know the ancient Hebrew prayer of thanksgiving, the Shehechianu, can join me as we recite it right now to sanctify this moment. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehechianu v'ki imanu, v'higianu lahazman hazeh. Amen. Now, a few weeks or months ago, at least maybe weeks, when we were talking, you showed me your menorah, which turned out to be a tree of life. And so I know the trees are special to you. You've got a beautiful coffee tree that you grew from a coffee bean. And you love gardens and nature, so it seems very appropriate that we're here in this setting today. And in place of a chuppah, a wedding canopy, the ceremony is taking place under a natural canopy, the most ancient canopy there is, and that of trees. And also where we could just as well be in the Garden of Eden right now. Joe and Jana chose a ketubah that will be signed. We need to do that before we leave. And this is what it says. This is what they'll be signing. Their affirmation of love for each other. And I read this now on their behalf. You are my best friend, my hopes and my future, my strength, my soulmate. Standing proudly beside you, in your eyes I see my love. And in your heart I see my dreams. And in our promise I see a union, true and steadfast, uniquely devoted to compassion, kindness, sincerity, Through all time and space, there has been no love like ours. Our story will unfold with beauty, grace, and meaning. Through all time and space, there will be no story like ours. Our sacred covenant begins today. An integral part of the Jewish wedding ceremony, along with the ketubah, is the recitation of the Sheva Brachot, the 7 blessings. Joe and Jana's mothers, Elizabeth and Becky, as well as Joe's sister Jenny, will read them in English for us after I chant them in Hebrew. Right, I was going to chant them in Hebrew?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, and are there printed programs? Did they come out?
I just realized that is something I forgot to hand out.
Are they in a box somewhere?
They're in a suitcase somewhere around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're also on the website for everybody watching from the live stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But they're beautiful. Take my word for it, and you can see them later. But the words of this prayer are printed there. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakol bara likvodo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer ha'adam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar et ha'adam b'tzalmo b'tzelem demuhu tavnito v'hitkin lo mimenu binyan adei ad. Baruch atah Adonai borei ha'adam sos tasis v'tagel ha'akara b'kibutz banea litocha b'simcha. Baruch atah Adonai misameach Zion b'baneha sameach tisamach re'im ha'ahuvim kisamechecha yitzirecha began Eden mikedem. Baruch atah Adonai misameach hatan b'chala. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bara hasason b'simcha chatan b'chala. Gila rina ditza v'chedva ahava v'achava v'shalom v'reut meheira Adonai Eloheinu yishama be'arei Yehuda v'uvichutzot Yerushalayim kol sason v'kol simcha kol chatan v'kol kala kol mitzelot chatanim mechupatam une'arim mishtei neginatam. Baruch atah Adonai misameach chatan im hakala.
Amen.
May you work together to build a relationship of substance and quality. Okay? May the honesty of your communication build a foundation of understanding, connection, and trust.
Can my mom borrow that for just a second?
Of course. I read probably number 3.
Yep.
May you respect each other's individual personality and philosophy, and give each other room to grow and fulfill each other's dreams. May your sense of humor and playful spirit continue to enliven your relationship. May you understand that neither of you is perfect. You are both subject to human frailties, and may your love strengthen when you fall short of each other's expectations.
May you be best friends, better together than either of you are apart. May your marriage be so sweet as the fruit of life.
This cup of wine is symbolic of the cup of life. As you share this cup of wine, you share all that the future may bring. And I have to mention that this Kiddush cup is very special because it was given to your Uncle Daniel, after whom you were named, and for his bar mitzvah. So this is a very treasured family heritage. So I'll have you take the cup and hand it to your bride for her to drink as we say this blessing. Well, you already said the blessing, so you can go ahead and drink. as you have shared the fruit of the vine from a single cup, so may you share contentment, peace, and fulfillment from the cup of life. May you find life's joys heightened, its bitterness sweetened, and each of its moments hallowed by true companionship and love. So now I ask the both of you, you can respond by saying we have. Have you come before us today freely and without reservation to give yourselves to each other in marriage?
We have.
We have.
Well then, I understand you have vows to share with one another. So I'll let you share them.
Okay.
Jana, our journey began with a swipe on Bumble, a dating app with the right algorithm to match us. As I love to tell anyone you ask, what my favorite type. Let me start over. To tell anyone you ask, what's my favorite type of potato? Well, that was one tough question with so many variables. The question that was easy for me, is she right for me? The answer was yes, a million times yes. I knew that you were going to make me laugh, have fun, and make me smile. What else could I ask for? Time has flown as we have had a blast on all our late night dinners, walks, and adventures, which brings to mind our very first date. We had a nice dinner while we were so nervous I could barely talk and do the opposite. That was as special a day to me as every day since. We have grown together in these several years through hard times, pandemic. And as we have grown, I have been there through ups and downs. And I promise to always be there for you no matter what. As I am there for you, I know I'll need you just as much as you need me in our journey through life. I promise to always do my best to make you happy and make all of your dreams come true. You have made my life brighter, happier, full of joy, and I love, and the love I feel is beyond words can describe. You are my one in a million, and I love you eternally. Whatever you want.
Joseph, my love, you are my one in a million. Whenever I stop to think about all the things that had to align for us to have found each other, it catches my breath to know how incredibly lucky we are. I promise that I will be there for you for the good days and bad, to be your sounding board, your confidant, your friend. I promise to be there calmly through every low blood sugar, every emergency. You once said you were a hazard. I'll be your bubble. I promise to never stop asking you questions, a lifetime of them. And I promise to encourage and rejoice in your goofiness and to never stop being silly with you in return. Together we can climb into our spaceship and fly through the stars. You know, I can be an anxious person. I worry about so many things. But one thing I have always been sure of is you. You are my safe harbor in the ocean that is life, and I'm so glad I get to share it with you. I love you so much.
We have rings.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I'm fine. I know. Although my nose is running. I'm fine.
These rings that you are about to exchange are symbols and reminders of the vows you have given to one another. They are in the shape of a circle symbolizing a love that never ends. They're open and whole and endless. May these symbols always remind you both to continue to generously give to each other the signs and substance of your love and commitment. And these rings are even more special because they were made by Elizabeth. As you look into one another's eyes, Joe, I'll have you first place the ring on Jana's finger and repeat after me. This ring symbolizes
the
the unending union
Of
my life with yours.
my life with yours.
Your dreams are now my dreams.
Your dreams are now my dreams.
Your hopes are my hopes.
Your hopes are my hopes.
Your love is my blessing.
Your love is my blessing.
Now, Jana, I'll have you repeat after me. This ring symbolizes
This ring symbolizes
the unending union
the unending union
of my life with yours.
of my life with yours.
Your dreams are now my dreams.
Your dreams are now my dreams.
Your hopes are my hopes.
Your hopes are my hopes.
And your love is my blessing.
And your love is my blessing.
May these rings always be a constant reminder of the blessing of friendship that you have found in each other, and serve to assure you that in a changing world, your love, like the circles on your fingers, is constant. Just a few moments, a few words before the ceremony draws to a close. It does feel like we're here in the Garden of Eden, on the sixth day of creation, when God created Adam and Eve. It was a Friday. And so here you stand, 2 years now after your first date together. And your conversation went long into the night and into the morning. I'm sure you'll have much more to talk about tonight, tomorrow, and in many years to come. I know that Joe proposed to you outdoors in the Marin Headlands, surrounded by nature. Unfortunately, there was no flat tire to repair today.
Fortunately.
But there is a repair that's needed. Our world is broken. What is so much needed is what we in our tradition call tikkun olam, repairing the world. And there is no better way to do that than as partners, together. May your coming together be for good. For you, for your families, for our communities. And may you learn that love is, you already know this, that love is much more than attraction, but it's responsibility, partnership, a commitment, and a blessing. May you realize that fully, and may this day always be in your mind's eye, in your memory, and in your hearts as a very sacred and special day that you've made this commitment to one another. And so, following the benediction, it's customary for the groom to break a glass. We have a special one here. Is this made specially for this occasion?
No, I found it.
Oh, okay. All right. And there are many interpretations for this tradition. One is that it reminds us of the temple's destruction many years ago. It also reminds us that love is fragile and must be cared for, handled gently, and that your blessing should be as many as the fragments of glass that you'll soon create. Some also say it's the last time the groom will put his foot down. I'm not entirely sure about that, but before you step on it, though, let me just say a few more words. A Native American blessing. Take both hands. Joe and Jana, now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be shelter to the other. Now you will feel no cold, for each of you will be warmth to the other. Now there will be no loneliness, for now you are two persons as one. But there is only one life before you now, as you go into the world. Enter into the days of your togetherness. May your years together be good and long upon the earth, and may all that is beautiful and true abide in and with you forever. Now I invoke the Birkat Kohanim, an ancient Hebrew blessing. You can bow your heads. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. May God's countenance shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's presence be with you now and always, and bless you with peace. Amen. After Joe steps on the glass, we can all shout Mazel Tov, which means congratulations and good luck all together. And so now, in conformity with ancient customs and according to the laws of the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Mazel tov.
Bless and kiss.
No,
Hold on. Let me make sure I know where it is.
That
It's
is
there. There.
right there.
All right, let's do it again.
Woo! Mazel tov!
You can kiss, and it gives me great pleasure to now introduce to you all Mr. Joe Plassick and Mrs. Jana Ross Plassick. Congratulations to you and to your families. Mazel tov.
All right. Thank you.
Simen tovu, mazel tovu, mazel tov, simen tovu, mazel tovu, mazel tovu, simen tovu, mazel tovu, simen tov, yehelanu, 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 oh v'chol Yisrael, yehelanu, yehelanu, oh v'chol Yisrael. All right, beautiful.
All right.
Kisses.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you. Love you too.
Joe? Son-in-law?
Right.
Oh, okay, so I think we can walk out that way.
Yeah, let's go see our
Here,
friends.
Jana, we gotta grab your train so you don't.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Get muddy.
Okay. Okay. All right. Oops. Hold on.
Mazel tov.
I love the ducks. I love the ducks too, yeah.
Are we walking over to meet everybody?
Yeah, let's go say hi to
Let's do
everybody.
that and then we'll take some more pictures.
Thank you. Yeah.
Very memorable.
Yeah.
This is definitely a special one I'll remember.
Yeah.
Let me just gather up my things.
I need to de-mic.
Oh, we have some signing to do too. There's
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
the tuba and the marriage license.
And we have a huge big board to sign on up at the front. Not the front, but the bench.
Do we need to go back and get all that stuff?
I don't know. My goodness. It's ours, isn't it? No. Stephen handed it to us. I have no idea whose it is. Okay.
These umbrellas.
Yep. We'll grab them.